Breaking news, everyone. Star Wars is saved. The secrets of the clone troopers include the first look at Sister, a trans woman clone trooper. What's up, everyone? It's Anna, also known as That Star Wars Girl, and today I'm going to be talking about this amazing, monumental breaking news that Disney has, again, crossed more boundaries to save the toxic Star Wars, the toxic male-infested Star Wars. Now we have the thing that every Star Wars fan has been waiting for, the thing we've all been asking for, the trans clone trooper. Now, Master of TDS actually brought this to my attention, and this is what this is what gets me. So it says, Rex's description of Sister states, when one of our kind expressed her gender identity differently than her fellow troopers, she figured she'd have to hide who she truly was inside. Fortunately, her brothers in the 7th Sky Corps gave her the name Sister as a content reminder that she belonged. Now, I'm blocked by Wikipedia, cough, cough. I've been blocked since I, got Twitter. But I guess they even have, a page on it. And it's yeah, this is so subtle. It's you got, even the trans flag colors on there. Look, even YetiCast points out, she figured she'd have to hide who she truly was, proceeds to brandish the trans flag all over their armor. And it's they're so on the nose about this that this is the thing with these people, is they don't even realize that how they don't know how to meme, and they don't know how to not make themselves memeable. Look at this face. It's even got the "it's ma'am" face. These people are so goddamn stupid. All they care about is their agenda. They don't even realize how they're just memeing themselves at this point. They are a parody of the thing that they claim to want. And this just proves they don't know anything about clones. It drives me crazy. Look, this dude even puts this in here. They're trying to make Anakin have dialogue so that way Anakin can justify this. So it's oh, hey guys, remember Anakin Skywalker? Remember him? Well, guess what? Now we're changing it. He's not the chosen one anymore because he's a toxic man that was created by George Lucas. We got to destroy everything that George Lucas created. But when you need some validation, we need the OG fans, the actual Star Wars fans, not the crazy Disney fans, to get behind this. Let's have Anakin. So that way it's oh, well, you have to listen because Anakin said so. So listen to what they wrote. The Jedi are all about transcending things. I don't think we can complain if you've transcended gender. Let me read that again. Transcended gender. Oh my God, transcended gender. We'll work on it, but I like where it's heading. Sister and Anakin Skywalker. Seriously, what the actual heck? And then other people that actually know Star Wars are pointing out, and the comedians would have canonically euthanized this defect long before it ever saw development. Now, Disney did change this a bit with the Bad Batch. Now, I didn't get very far into the Bad Batch. The second they introduced Omega, I was just out. And from what I've heard, it's just basically the whole Baby Yoda and Mando thing where it's oh, dad-like figures helping a child out. And the whole thing with Omega is that Omega is a clone that was made female instead of male, so they messed with the genes. If you guys want to elaborate more for me in the chat, go ahead. I honestly had no interest at the show. Disney has turned me so off from anything that they produce surrounding Star Wars. So I just really didn't have any interest in watching it and getting my hopes up and investing something just to get a big FU like I've gotten from every other Disney property that they've, touched when it comes to Star Wars especially. But then just, thinking about this more, I'm just but they already have a character that was supposed to be male that they changed to female. So wouldn't she already count as a trans character? So wouldn't that negate this ma'am character? Because Omega technically, she is a clone, right? She was made on Kamino. She's a freaking clone. They just altered her DNA from male to female. Isn't that the whole thing? So wouldn't that just make this person irrelevant at this point? Because you're not the first trans clone trooper. I mean, maybe this person still has an XY chromosome and they didn't change it to Geez, the mental gymnastics of this, it's like, oh my God, like if I have to think about it this much, you've got a problem. Like just tell a good story. Is it really that hard? The answer is yes. Yes, it is that hard because it's Disney. They can't come up with good stories, so they're just like, hey, you know that thing that's trendy right now? Well, guess what? We're putting that in Star Wars. All right, so I'm going to go some deep lore on you guys. Now, if you guys haven't read any of like the Star Wars EU novels, there was this one trilogy, which is, it's probably known as like some of the best Star Wars EU novels, and this for a very long time was considered like the Star Wars sequels, which is the Heir to the Empire. Now this is the Timothy Zahn Thrawn trilogy. Now this is awesome. This is, if you guys have been watching Disney Star Wars, then you guys know who Thrawn is. Well, you guys get a tiny little snidbit of what could be Thrawn. You got a cosplayer of Thrawn, of somebody that has never read the books and knows nothing about Thrawn. But so in this, they deal with clones. You see this guy right here? This is a Jedi Master called Master Sabaoth. He is a clone. He is a messed up clone because cloning, surprise, surprise, is not easy. And guys, just to prove to you how popular these books are, they're selling action figures of them on the official Disney Store website. Look at this. Star Wars The Last Command action figure set, the Black Series. So look, they even made Black Series. So there's Master Sabaoth. You see him right there? You see? He's on the cover. They're making it because nobody wants their Disney shit. But you know what people will buy? This is $100. $100 for this action figure set. Heck, I haven't bought stuff from Star Wars in forever, but I'm actually considering buying this because this is cool. This is awesome. This is something that the fans have been wanting for decades. Like, come on. They could have made the movie. Like, do you think they could sell a set of Kylo Ren, Finn, Rey, and I don't know, Poe for $100? No, absolutely not. But you know what people might buy? This. Again, I'm considering freaking buying this because this is awesome. Look, you got Master Sabaoth, you got Luke, you got Mara Jade, and then you got the evil clone of Luke. So for those that don't know what happens in this, spoiler alert, Luke has to fight Master Sabaoth, and Mara, she has like a vendetta against Luke because, you know, she needs to kill Luke basically for her character arc. So she's fighting the clone of Luke, and that'll satisfy her revenge, which is awesome. Again, go read the book. Look at this. Like, that's so cool. This is something that fans actually want. But Disney's too stupid to realize that. Instead, they're like, we're going to put its ma'am in your face. Do you think anyone's going to spend $100 on a set of action figures with its ma'am in it? No. But you know what they will buy? They will buy a set that's got 2 clones in it that's from a book from decades ago with clones in it. And again, it's like, go read the Thrawn trilogy and then go read the Thrawn duology. I personally like the duology better because it deals with stuff like with Luke. And then also, spoiler alert here, they're trying to go hunt down Thrawn's clone in it. And they talk about the clones in these because it's a taboo thing. So in Star Wars, for the people that work at Disney that don't know shit about Star Wars, I'm going to explain something to you. The clones aren't looked at as people. They're not. They're not even human. They're like subhumans, just how aliens. The Emperor notoriously didn't like aliens. Thrawn was the only alien in, the Empire that had any form of power because the Emperor doesn't trust aliens. Palpatine doesn't trust or really like aliens, which was why it was so monumental for Thrawn to rise to the status that he did. And when they deal with clones here, clones aren't seen as human beings. They are seen as tools. They are seen, honestly, I felt like droids get more respect than the clones do because I guess it would cost more money to, get another droid or get a good droid that you got to train versus a clone when you could literally just grow batches of them. And there's even an instance in these books where a character realizes that the person that's like piloting with them is a clone. And so the clones that have survived from the Clone Wars that are in this time period, they're all in hiding. And the guy explains that they're hiding. There's this planet where where they have like a farming community and they all have wives and families, and then they talk about the memory implants because they were given different sets of memories and how like different clones have different memories and how that's imprinted in them. And if you grow a clone too fast, they go crazy, like Master Sabaoth, and how clones, like you have to create bubbles and pockets in the Force, which is why Thrawn had this creature called an Islamari. Again, it's like they don't know anything about this. So Islamari are creatures that create bubbles in the Force. So if you enter an Islamari bubble, you can't use the Force. So here you go from the comic. If Luke were to enter this bubble and stand next to Thrawn while Thrawn has an Islamari around his neck, Luke couldn't use the Force. These creatures, the Islamari, that's what they had to, protect themselves. That was their tool against predators. Like, they even made action figures of them. Like, this is the original Tron action figure that came out decades ago. Freaking decades ago. Oh my God, it makes me so mad. This is the one that came out with the comic book 2-pack. And then I guess they did a Black Series one where they actually have Luke in one as well. But it's like, guys, even this character, this random little creature that was in a book decades ago has an action figure that kids want, that actually know about Star Wars, that people will actually buy. Nobody is going to want It's Ma'am because this was created by people that don't know anything about Star Wars. If you want a trans character, that's fine. That's completely fine with me. Go ahead and make a trans character. But you need to make it make sense and actually have a story behind it, and just don't use this thing just for I can't even say clout, because this isn't really clout. Don't use it just to push your narrative and your agenda. Have an actual story to it. Don't just throw in a character, give them the It's Ma'am face, and then paint all of this on there. That just shows that you don't even respect people that are actually trans. You just see them as props to push your agenda. It's insulting to trans people, and it's insulting to Star Wars fans. At the end of the day, just write good stories, and don't go and use something that's trendy right now for clout, because again, it completely dehumanizes and it disrespects people that are actually trans, because all you're doing is utilizing them for props. You don't actually care about storytelling. You don't actually care about these people or the condition. All you care about is saying like, oh, this thing's trending right now. Okay, so then we're just going to put this in there. You are, again, dehumanizing them and using this as a prop. It gives me a headache because it's like, fake geek girls. Fake freaking geek girls making this shit. And yeah, I know, I'm sure that they're men too, but no, you guys are so unmasculine. You're fake geek girls. The fact that me, a whammon, you know how allegedly, there was no girls like Star Wars before Kathleen Kennedy came and took over, but it's like, Kathleen Kennedy, I bet you don't even know this book exists. Well, remember when she said, we don't have novels or source material? It's like, she already proved she doesn't know this shit exists. She doesn't know about this. She probably isn't even aware of this action figure set. It's like the head of Lucasfilm doesn't know shit about Star Wars. She's a fake geek girl. The people that made It's Ma'am, fake geek girls. None of them know shit about Star Wars, or they might actually be able to tell good, cohesive stories, but they don't. All they care about is pushing this agenda, and I'm sick and freaking tired of it. Anyways, everyone, that's my 2 cents on this situation with this whole fiasco. So if you guys like this video, please go and smash that like button. Leave me a comment letting me know what you think. And also, if you guys like this video and having it, go and smash the subscribe button. Ring that bell for notifications. Make sure that that bell is set to all, that you actually get notifications when I post videos and when I do live streams. I am also over on Rumble, so if you guys want to go check me out on Rumble, you guys can go do so as well. The link is in the description. But once again, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day, morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And may the Force be with you, because we are really, really, really going to need it. Bye, everyone.